Probably like, this guy ever quit? Well, as you can tell, I got my new microphone. It's caused me nothing but trouble, and I'm loud as it is. I was better off yelling at the camera anyway. Anyway, I got that book I was talking about. Look at this thing. Look at this. $450 some pages. I did not expect it to be this size. Anyway, I got into it a little bit today. It's called this is the guy I was telling you guys about. He's a character. He's a big talker. Oh, I just started getting into it. And the problem I have is I've done so much research that a lot of the stuff already I know, but we'll see. I might have to get into another chapter, but I know. I get it. I'm learning this microphone, and it looks like, I can't say for sure, but it looks like it's got to be charged while it's turned on. Usually you have like stuff off when you turn it on. I don't know, man. Dang, I'm supposed to be eating these sloppy joes. Remember I made them? They're going to go bad if I don't start eating them, so I'm going to have to. I got no choice here. But if I make them with bacon and lettuce, I bet you they're good. Plus, it'll give me a title of this video. Yeah, you've seen it in my other video if anybody watched it, and if it's whatever, but because I had some pretty good topics going in there, I thought. And then my mic goes out for 2 minutes when I unplug this one. You've seen that. Unreal. The only good news is if you watch it on a small enough screen. Nothing goes to waste here. Nothing. I'll eat it. I'll find a way to eat it. So the older it gets, the worse off I am. I once ate a roast that was over a month old. I was so hungry. I'm not even kidding. It was gray, a pot roast. I found it in the back of the fridge. I was starving. This is a true story. Holy cow. How stupid could I be? How stupid can a guy be to do something so dumb? I really did it. I really did it. I dug through my dad's refrigerator. I was living with my dad at the time. I dug through that son of a gun's refrigerator. I'll tell you what, I dug and dug and dug. I'm not going to lie to you. These regular cheap buns are actually, these nowadays, these are so hard. I don't know, man. It's just not the same. Nothing's the same. You know that. On the positive note, these cheap ones taste good for me. They taste good, really, comparatively. Get that nice and hot there. I'm going to use lettuce and bacon. Anyway, I sat there and thought, what's the worst could happen? I'm telling you guys, when I tell you it was gray, it was gray. Gray. The meat looked gray. Look at that. I can almost make these in circles real thin like that. And then they just go right on top like that. You hear it popping back there. I should have probably threw the bacon right on top, huh? Why not? Why wouldn't I? Throw it right on top of the meat. Mix up the meat. Look at this. I just cut them real thin like that, and it makes fits perfectly on the bun, and it makes sense if you think about it. Anyway, I'll just spin this beef around like that, and the bacon only needs a minute, not even, so it'll work out real good. And I do realize that a lot of people aren't going to find me interesting at all. They're going to say, why is this idiot on my feed? I get that. I do. I really get that. But it's a lot about me. I enjoy doing it, and I'm learning how to, as you can see, I messed up the microphone. I'm learning microphone camera connection. I'm watching these people, and it's a great skill to have, because even if nothing happens for me, there might become a time I learn how to edit properly and can do it for somebody else for money or something. Think about it. You know, I might not make it, but somebody else might make it and be like, Switch, you know how to handle that camera, or you know how to edit in this or do that. You never know it when something you enjoy like that can lead to another job, you know. Who knows, you know? How can learning how to edit, learning how to use cameras, hook up wireless, anyway, be a bad thing? You know what I mean? How? It can't. There's only good positive that can come from it that I see. I was watching these guys with their cameras. You know, some of these guys are walking around with cameras like this big with big handles, and I was embarrassed to walk around. I got to get over being embarrassed in public, like to look like a fool talking to myself and stuff, because these guys are out there, man. They're walking around with briefcase cameras. I'm not even kidding. It's like when we were young kids, that's how big some of these digital cameras are these guys got. It's just madness. I don't even know. Anyway, I got the onions there. That's awesome. I got to come up with a plan. I say this every night too, because I keep thinking that, okay, something might just give, you know. I say something goofy enough, something might just happen. Somebody stupid might run into it, you know. And be like, this guy is crazy. And if somebody's like, this guy's an idiot. Look at this guy, he's an idiot. You never know. You could get famous for being a damn moron. I mean, you almost got a better chance. Think about it. You got a better chance of getting famous because you're an idiot than you do. Anyway, I ate this beef. I keep getting off the subject. I decided I'm going to eat it because I was hungry. I just cooked the bacon right in there. So I ate it. Gray. That was one of the worst decisions I've ever made, guys. You want to talk about being sick? My God, was I sick for 2 days. I didn't even need the money. I had money. I didn't at the time. This wasn't like I was in Texas and I needed to eat this crap. I didn't want to leave the house, and I just kept digging through the fridge. And my dad must have lost it behind something in the fridge, you know. And then people are like, Switch, you are an idiot. And, you know, you never see that you're the idiot, you know? So you're always like, well, no, I really am. I'm a fucking idiot. I got so sick. I thought I was going to die. My intestines were so twisted. The taste, I only got one big bite and swallow, and it was just like... Now, anytime I see like a fake dead body or a real one on TV, they kind of look like bluish gray, and that's exactly what the meat looked like. I don't even know why I would consider even chewing it. When I got it, I finally got to the point where I was like, I was already there, you know. So I'm like, I might as well try it. Bad idea. Look at that. Bacon, beef. I'm getting smarter at cooking too. Look how I cut it into a square to fit perfectly so it doesn't... Getting smart. Too much lettuce. You don't need that much lettuce. They're not bad, but if you can see, I put too much. Look at how much lettuce I put. I didn't need all that lettuce. A little lettuce would have been fine. I got carried the fuck away. Never mind. That's not what it is. It was in big wheels of onions. I'm like, what is that taste? That big wheel of onion. That's too much. That's too much onion. Too much raw onion. It was taken away from all the flavor of the lesson learned. Truth be told, I've never seen a YouTuber ever say something was bad. Ever. And this one was. That onion decision was dumb. I should have fried the onions. Too much lettuce too, probably, but I should have fried it. That would have been so much smarter. Definitely not good. But every YouTuber you watch, man, there's this one that's got a following. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't say anything at all. And he throws the receipt over his shoulder. That's all he does. That's his thing. Everybody's got a thing. I don't have a thing. He'll read the receipt, show it to the camera, and throw it. And that's it. That's his whole spiel. It's his whole spiel. And every single meal he rates is good. It got it got to the point that he gave everything a 5, that now he just adds a plus or a minus after the 5. You know? He rated every single thing he got a 4 or 5, so now he had to make a scale. 5 plus, 5, 5 minus. This right here is a solid 5 or 6 without the onions and a little less lettuce. The first one was like a 2. I bit in there and I thought the lettuce was bad because I put a big chunk of onion. Bad idea. How about these big fat guys? They're huge. Because I do a lot of research. I feel bad for them. It's not even mukbang. It's this son of a bitch has to be 300 or 400 fucking pounds, right? And he sits there, and he's the nicest guy ever. Man, I don't know his name. And people just say the most horrible things to this guy. I don't want to guess his name. But man, that's a real sad position to be in, that you need the extra $100. And YouTube don't pay much. I was watching this video. I'm not even doing it for anything like that, you guys. You know that. I don't got nobody. But even if I did, 10,000 views, you get $100. Like, and that's what he's getting on his. No, it's a cent. What is it? Yeah, something like that. 10,000 views, you get $100. Then you got to pay who knows what to YouTube and taxes and. I forgot some people probably like to see her and make sure she's doing good. I just got her brand new food today. Anyway, they just pick on this guy. They just pick on this poor guy. And he's like 300 or 400 pounds, and he eats, and he's got all these rolls, on his neck. And I just feel so bad for the guy, because he ain't making much doing that. And I've only got a couple really bad comments so far about this, that, and whatever. And Royce or something his name is, don't quote me. He's been fired from a job over it. He's got a really good heart. And he just gets abused by his family, by... I couldn't even imagine being that desperate to earn a couple bucks, to just be picked on over and over. And all he gets joy out of the food, and he just shows it because he's got, he's got an eating problem or whatever. And he eats a lot, but it ain't like mukbang or something where he's eating a whole, he'll like get a large pizza. He never even finishes the whole pizza at once. He'll put it in the fridge, and people are just saying, "You fat pig, you're going to die of a heart attack, you fat pig." And do you kiss your mom with that mouth? Do the turkeys follow you around town with that gobbler? And man, you just wonder what the hell is going on in this world, man, when this shit is normal. And I do his average views were like, they might have went up now, but I think it was like 3,000 a video or something, 5,000, so $50. So, I mean, yeah. On a good week, he probably clears a couple 200. Yeah, but I mean, man, that's a lot of abuse to put up with for $1,000 a month, $1,500 a month. My God, every comment, I always said a good comment, like looking good today, or well, anything, just to be a good comment, because it's just nasty. This world is people are just nasty. And the people don't realize they're not that smart. If you click on their picture on the comment and you just click a couple times, and then you see their second name is usually off an email, and you type that in somewhere else, you can get somebody's name and address just like that. You type in that, when you click on their name, it'll take you to another page that usually has a different name on their profile, and all you have to do is a little bit of research with that extra profile name, and it'll kick back to a Google account or something they made. Like, these people they're on there, like, are grown adults, like 50-year-old women saying, you got that, you fat pig. Anyway, that's a story. I'm just trying to get my mic to work, and you guys have a good night. That's what I had. Supper was like a 3 out of 10 tops. It didn't go the way I wanted. That's why I make bacon sandwiches that you can't go wrong.